Hello, and welcome to the video guide for the 2024 and 2025 Cadillac CT4, brought to you by Crestview Cadillac in Rochester, Michigan. Here is a table of contents of all the features of your CT4 that will be reviewed in this video. You can fast forward to the timestamp shown, or put your cursor along the red line at the bottom of the video, and you can immediately jump to the portion of the guide that you would like to review. Note that the CT4V and Blackwing models are covered in a separate video. Behind the steering wheel is the Driver Information Center, or DIC. Depending on the trim level of your vehicle, the DIC will be one of two designs. The standard gauge cluster includes an analog-style tachometer and speedometer on either side of a digital display, whereas the up-level trim has a 12-inch configurable digital display. In the standard DIC display, you can control what appears in the digital portion of the display by using the controls on the right side of the steering wheel. Press the left and right arrow buttons to move between the options across the middle portion of the display. The first option, the letter I, is your info page. Use the scroll wheel between the left and right arrows to switch to each display, such as trip odometer, fuel range, oil life, and tire pressure. For any displays which can accept user input, such as resetting the trip odometer or oil life, you may see a check mark on the display. This corresponds to the check mark on the steering wheel below the scroll wheel, which means you can press down on the scroll button to confirm your selection. The up-level trim's display can be configured to appear as one of two different layouts, either as Tour or Sport. You can switch between the two layouts by using the right arrow on the right side of the steering wheel to move to the Options section. Then use the scroll wheel to move down to Display Themes and choose either Tour or Sport. You also have the option to have the layout change in response to the current drive mode. The drive modes themselves are reviewed in the next section. For both the standard and up-level DIC, use the left and right arrows to move across the other options. You can use the scroll wheel to cycle through all available stations or audio tracks. Note that you have separate up and down arrows to the left of the scroll wheel to cycle through your favorite stations. If your vehicle is equipped with navigation, this will display directions if you have a navigation route in progress. The phone option allows you to review recent calls or contacts, or, if on an active call, mute the call or switch to the phone handset. The last option allows you to adjust certain settings, such as switching from English to metric units, or to set a speed warning. You can also adjust what displays on the info page for the standard DIC, or what displays on the left side of the display for the up-level DIC. Note that when using the Sport mode display on the up-level DIC, it can show up to 4 different gauges at once. To change any of the 4 gauges, you must first disable one of the gauges to free up a spot, at which point the other options become available to choose from. Setting the drive mode is an important step in ensuring your vehicle responds properly to current road conditions. You can adjust the drive mode by pressing the drive mode button on the center console just in front of the cup holders. The available drive modes will appear in the DIC as you press the mode button. Your drive mode options are Tour, Sport, and Snow Ice. Your vehicle may also have a My Mode option. The default mode is Tour and is the best option during normal driving conditions in good weather. Switch to Sport mode to enable performance shifting and more precise steering control. Switch to Snow Ice mode for better control of wheel speed in slippery conditions. If available, switch to My mode to set your own custom settings. Note that the drive mode options are the same if your vehicle has either 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive. The infotainment screen in the center of the dashboard provides access to all of your audio controls, as well as your phone and all vehicle information. If your car's trim level also includes navigation, you can also access your navigation screen here. If your car's trim level does not include navigation, in its place is OnStar turn-by-turn navigation. The infotainment screen also provides a settings option to configure many different settings to personalize your driving experience. Access to wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is also available here. When the home screen is not displayed, shortcut icons are available at the bottom of the screen to jump to those submenus. Although the infotainment screen is a touchscreen, if your CT4 has the electronic shifter, you can also access all options via the multifunction control, or MFC, in the center console, located in front of the transmission shifter. There are also physical buttons for accessing the audio and phone controls, as well as a volume control knob, and radio station and audio track controls. Access to the navigation screen is also available here if your car is so equipped. Note that CT4s with a mechanical shifter do not have the MFC, although they have volume and menu control knobs below the infotainment screen. To access your phone hands-free while operating your vehicle, such as placing or answering a call, or viewing your phone's contact list, you must first follow these steps to pair your phone to your vehicle. First, go to the Bluetooth settings on your phone, which lists all devices that your phone has been paired to. Next, go to the phone menu by pressing the phone icon from either the home page, the shortcut list, or the phone button in the center console. Choose the Add Phone or Connect Phone option. Your vehicle's name will display on the screen and should also appear on your phone's Bluetooth device list. Select the vehicle name on your phone. A 6-digit number will display on the infotainment screen as well as on your phone. If the numbers match, press Pair to complete the pairing process. Your vehicle should now be displayed on your phone's Bluetooth device list and on the infotainment display. If you wish to disconnect or remove a previously connected phone, touch the information icon next to the phone you wish to remove and choose either Disconnect or Forget Device. Some apps on your Apple or Android phone can be accessed via the infotainment system. Depending on your type of device, the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto icon will appear on the home page if your phone is physically connected to your vehicle via a USB connection, or if the phone has been previously paired via Bluetooth. Touch the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto icon to start the app if it does not start on its own. Note that Android Auto requires the same app to be downloaded to your phone before it will connect with your vehicle. If your CT4 is equipped with a rear view mirror camera, you can switch from the standard mirror to the camera by pulling the tab below the mirror towards you. On the bottom of the mirror, towards the right side, are controls for brightness, zoom, and tilt. On the screen above the controls is a check mark, which indicates the button below it cycles through the 3 options. Use the buttons below the up and down arrows to make each adjustment. Your vehicle's driver's seat position, as well as the position of the steering wheel and the outside mirrors, can be programmed to the specific remote you use to enter the vehicle. After you have adjusted the seat to the desired position, press the Set button followed immediately by either 1 or 2, depending on which remote you have. You can also set the position the seat will move to upon exiting the vehicle to allow for easier re-entry by pressing the Exit button to the right of the Set button. You can also turn on or off the ability to have the seats adjust automatically when the car is shifted in or out of park by going to the Settings option from the main menu, then choose Vehicle, Seating Position, and then Seat Entry Memory or Seat Exit Memory. If your vehicle is equipped with either lumbar support or massaging seats, you can access that control via a wheel on the side of the seat bottom, but behind the seat adjustment controls. Turn the wheel to see the display on the screen to switch between the lumbar and massaging seat functions. There's also a separate button to turn on the massaging seats to whichever setting they were last in. There are still many other details of the CT4 that wasn't included here, so be sure to take the time to review your owner's manual. You can also reach out to your product specialist at Crestview Cadillac to ask any questions, and even schedule a time to come back to the dealership with your CT4 to get a refresher on any features you still need help with. Thanks again for purchasing your CT4 at Crestview Cadillac in Rochester, Michigan.